in the game.
Like we always do at this time on a Wednesday night, my man Denny Blanco, how you doing? That was good, right?
Woo! Yes, it was.
I thought you was mad, like I said it wrong or something.
Nah, you said it right, Sir Denny Blanco, Randy J. Cruz, Joe Cruz. It's in the game podcast. We are here. We have a lot to talk about, but before we do, Randy, please tell the folk where they can find us.
They can find Sir Denny Blanco on all social media platforms as Sir Denny Blanco. Myself, Randy J. Cruz, RENDY, the letter J, CRUZ, and also back for a second week in a row, my brother Joe Cruz Jr. at J Cruz CEO on Instagram, also at Hoops in the Sun on IG and Twitter. You can find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. And most importantly, go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download the rates, comment, like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys on the program. Also on TikTok at It's in the Game Pod. Go ahead, follow us on there and IG as well. Some very interesting comments from the last show we did. A couple clips went up. Thank you guys for supporting us. Trying to get to that 700 sub mark on YouTube. We're getting close, but it's a slow grind. But we are getting close to that mark. So anybody watching on YouTube now or on X, got any questions, comments, or feedback? We're very sports heavy tonight, very basketball heavy tonight. So why don't we just start there? Because I had an original rundown for today, and then boom, we get this tweet from Shams saying Shams that the report is that Giannis wants out of Milwaukee by February 5th deadline or in the offseason, but I'm going to quote him verbatim. Two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo is ready for a new home at the February 5th NBA trade deadline or in the offseason as several rival teams make aggressive offers to the Milwaukee Bucks for him, and the franchise is beginning to listen. Sources tell ESPN that was at 11:30 this morning. So obviously, when that goes on the wire, every basketball fan is like making mock trades and where's he gonna go? Is he gonna go here? Is he gonna stay? Is it trade deadline? Wait till the summertime. But Denny Blanco, we'll start with Giannis. Will Giannis be with the Bucks after February 5th, or do you think they're gonna wait, hold out? He's currently injured, so that's a major key to any teams that are trying to get him right now. Well, the report, he's injured with a calf strain, so could that be a cause for pause for teams to try to get him now, or try to get a better offer in the offseason?
You hear that? You're listening.
Yeah.
You're listening for that MVP, my African brother from another mother, from Greece. Huh? He's on the market officially. Oh, yeah, Milwaukee, you're going to be listening. You're going to be listening to offers. Now, don't get it twisted. Let's take our time with this now. Calf strain. My man Giannis said, listen, told his agent, get me out of here by February 5th. I'm going to take a month off. I'm going to give you a month to handle all my affairs. Please. I'll just, do a little, my calf. And now he's sitting. Now there's time for the NBA to make its case and make that package deal for a game-changing, season-changing player. Yeah, like Giannis Antetokounmpo,
Mm.
Joe Cruz. I'm excited about where the season could possibly go with this trade landing somewhere. If I'm betting correctly, my NBA whisperer is whispering, he's going to stay in the East somewhere. I just feel it in my lower back somewhere. He's going to stay in the East. But Joe, please give me some good feels. Tell me what you think, please.
We have to fear the deer now. He's on his way out. I didn't think that he would be that person to leave a franchise that's given him so much, but the writing has been on the wall, and Milwaukee's been struggling. And I saw a tweet earlier that from oh man, Jay Crowder, that
Mm.
saying that uh, this all started when they got rid of Adrian Griffin. The avalanche started at that point, and here we are now with Giannis Antetokounmpo stating or accusations saying that his camp he wants out. I agree with you. I don't believe on this injury. I think this is an opportunity for him to kind of field out the teams that really want him and see how they can get everything done before the All Star break. I don't think that Giannis would be a Milwaukee Buck past the All Star break, and I don't think that you will see him in a Buck uniform ever again. Unfortunately, but I know you have his brother still there, unless he's part of the package deal. But no, man, what can you say about two-time MVP, a champion, somebody that has definitely uh grown every single year in his game? Danny, I know you know this, like coming in the league when he was not expected to do much to the point where he's at now, and it's amazing how this man transformed this entire franchise. The second person since Kareem to kind of bring the Bucks to the promised land. But I'm kind of amazed at this news. I honestly thought that Giannis was going to stick to his guns on this. But as we all see, the Bucks are struggling, and it's time for new change. And with that being said, he's going to be out of Milwaukee real soon, and it's interesting where he'll land at. I do agree he'll be in the East. There's a couple teams out there that's bidding for him. We'll see what happens. There'll be a lot to give up, especially with a lot of these most recent trades. Most recently with Desmond Bain, and as well as Mikal Bridges. What are you going to give up?
What's he worth? What's he worth, Joe? What's he worth to you?
I think he's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a single team trade. It might be the second team trade, like two teams involved. But I know Giannis wants to win. He's a competitor, and he's going to go somewhere that has a chance to win something. And anywhere that's opposite from where Milwaukee is right now, especially in the NBA standings.
It's going to be three teams. If I was going to make a bet, and I saw something online, and I'm not going to talk about it because, I'll say it off air.
So what teams you heard? What teams you got? Miami?
I heard. All right,
that's potential there.
Okay. I got you.
New York is potential, right?
I heard. Okay, this is a three-team deal.
New York, an NBA whisperer.
New York, Bucks.
Okay.
Trailblazers.
Okay.
Meaning that he'll stay as a Buck?
No.
What Bucks?
No.
It's a three-team deal offer that I saw.
Okay.
There are three teams involved: Bucks, the Knicks, and
the Blazers.
And the Blazers. Yes.
Okay, so what's the trade? What's the proposed trade? Let's go. I mean, you made it. You want to make it known, so let's speak on it.
Giannis to New York. Then you have Holiday to New York, and then the other part of that, obviously, is what the Bucks get back and what the Trailblazers get back. Now, that is the question that I'm going to leave out there for the Knicks fans to decide. Because if you're getting back Giannis Antetokounmpo and Holiday, two championship winning players, that could
but you're gonna have to
possibly.
give something up. You're gonna have to give something up, right? So,
Oh yeah, but here's what I would say. If I was, talking about the New York Knicks and what they could possibly do, I would, if it's keep OG and Jalen Brunson.
okay.
Everyone else, press that button.
So you're
That's
saying
all I'll
Cat?
say about that.
You're saying Michael?
I'm not saying no names.
Okay, cool.
I'm saying
All right.
the two
Well-
players that I believe should not be touched at all on the Knicks right now, as I'm looking at their roster. If you're trying to make them bust a move
Okay.
for Giannis, you best leave Jalen and OG there.
Okay. So let's
Now you
segue
leave-
off the. Yeah,
Go ahead.
no, finish it.
You leave Jalen there.
Right.
OG, bring back Holiday, you bring back Giannis. Now you got that sauce. Give me 1 second. Let me check something real quick. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would say we could segue off the Knicks. It remains to be seen where Giannis is going to go, and I don't know which is a better setting for him, but I know teams are going to be out here looking for him. Teams are going to want his services, and I know he wants to compete at a high level. Some have said the Heat, some have said other teams, but it's all what Milwaukee's willing to give up and what they're willing to accept, giving, basically, sending away one of their all-time greats. So
your man wants to leave. You have no leverage.
I think that's the biggest story. The fact that he wants to leave and he's actually not out there saying, I don't disagree with this, it remains to be seen. I know Shams will be on it, and we'll be on it too here on the Cruise Control podcast. But I'm excited for Giannis' next step, and he deserves it. He's a champion. He's put everything, his blood, sweat, and tears into Milwaukee, and Milwaukee had a great 11-year run. And just like all good things come to an end, this is going to come to an end, and there'll be a new chapter for Giannis. And I look forward to him, embarking on that journey.
What I would say, listen, I think it's going to come down to him either actually saying, like from his own mouth, his own words, like I love Milwaukee. Thank you. You drafted me, but I want to embark on a new experience, venture.
He's basically said that, though, right? He's basically said that.
No, what I'm saying is there's a difference of people hearing that he wants out as opposed to him saying I want out. Or like, what is my prime destination? We haven't gotten that. We can speculate, but we've seen players say I want to be traded to X and Y, and that team has to figure out to get me to X and Y. Now it's pretty open form where, from what I see, it's like the Bucks are now beginning to take phone calls for Giannis. That's what Shams pretty much wrote, to a point where he said, Giannis is ready for a new home, but we're not getting that from him himself. Is what I'm saying.
How many times have you gotten it from the play for real?
No, I think we got it. I think we got it before. I'm trying to remember off.
Who?
I'm trying to remember
Joe?
off top, but I don't recall. I'm pretty sure someone has said, I want to get traded to an exact location, or I have 3 prime destinations.
No, I mean, of course, like they'll say in the paper, they'll say their representative said it, but you'll never hear a player in an interview. I don't know if that's what you're
maybe
saying.
James Harden out of Brooklyn. He did say that out loud, buddy.
James Harden
And
and
with KD in the summertime. There's been report that
Brooklyn.
KD would like to be a Houston Rocket. Okay, now we have an idea of where he wants to go.
Right.
It just now, how do you get him there? That's what I'm saying. Like now, if you give me a destination, like if Giannis can say, "Yo, I want to be a Warrior," okay, now it's up to the Warriors to figure out how to get him there and Milwaukee to work together. We hear speculation. It's New York, it's Miami. The top 3 we hear are New York, Miami, and Golden State. Okay, so now it's like, all right, how do those teams? Are they going to try to get him now, knowing that there is? I know you might think it's like Fugazi, but if there is a legit calf strain going on, that could really deter that can deter championship contenders to really like trade for him, knowing that he might be out, he might miss some time. That's not an injury you want to fuck around with, especially with that guy. You trade the farm for that kind of caliber of player for to a win now mode. That's why I feel like Milwaukee can get more in the offseason because that's where draft picks come in. You see where the draft lays out. All right, so let me get that pick, and I give you Giannis. Right now,
Okay.
I still think he'll be a Buck after February 5th. Does that mean he'll play? I don't know.
He's also going to lose money.
I was going to say he's not going to play.
62 million. He's going to lose like 62 million.
If they don't trade him, he's not going to play. I don't think that.
Sorry, he would rather sit out and be, calf strain. Yep. I'm taking it easy.
Yep.
See you guys next year, and that's it.
Right.
Because who could really, if you have a calf strain now, saying I'm out 4 to 6 weeks, he gets traded tomorrow. Is he just be all of a sudden miraculous? Oh, yes, this is better than what I thought.
Yes,
and all of a sudden
I've seen it before,
and all of a sudden he's miraculously healthy.
All I'm saying, if they don't trade that man by the trade deadline and he stays a Buck, which I agree with you, they're currently in the 12th seed right now at 18 and 27. So Giannis will not be playing basketball this year. He's not going to continue to keep that injury, legit or not, and say, I'm going to keep playing for the playing game when they're freaking 5 games out of like the 7th seed. So, and they're not going to compete for that. So Giannis is either going to get traded, or he's just going to be at a point where he's just going to wait it out and say, you know what, I'm going to get healthy, and then off season begins, and then there you go, your scenario about get draft picks and stuff like that. I agree with you, but I don't think we'll see him back in a Buck uniform.
And of course, we've seen some take it with a grain of salt. Some of these proposed deals that Miami might do, or the Warriors might throw out there with Kuminga. And like a Jimmy Butler, knowing that he's out until next year, they might want to dangle some other pieces. Miami could come up with a package that evolves around Tyler Hero. Where, like, if you're the Bucks, what I've heard, the Bucks want like a nice upcoming talent, some draft capital, maybe a star that can go right now. If you're the Bucks, you're never going to get the adequate amount of talent or trade for that kind of guy. We seen Luka get traded last year for fucking Ant Davis and Max Christie. No draft picks. It was the weirdest shit. And that anniversary's coming up next week. Like, if Luka can get traded, of all people, anybody can get traded. But I think this one's going to be draft picks, multiple teams. Can you get it done in a week? If this was the beginning of January, all right, you got some time to do something, but bro, 7 days, 5 days?
You'd be surprised if it can be done in 7 days.
No, you're right. But if he's going to put that pressure on the Bucks, like what do you're not trying to salvage the season. You're trying to look for the future for next year. Is Kuminga on the radar? Is Tyler Hero on your radar? Like, what is out there for you to really get?
You got to figure it out in 7 days. That's
and
it,
if
man.
Not, then he ain't playing. He ain't
not
playing
easy.
the All-Star game. He ain't playing the All-Star game.
No.
So
he's taking time off till his next location.
I think he's out. I think Joker's out the All-Star, and he's gonna be chilling in Milwaukee until he's traded.
If that man played the All-Star game and then reports back to Milwaukee, that's nasty work. I promise you, he plays for the All-Star game. He plays for somebody else, bro. If he could play out of 4 to 6 weeks and he playing the All-Star game, your man's on a different zip code. He's on his way to a different time frame, brother. You know what I mean? So we'll see, man. Listen, this is an all-time great, and some probably will never see this kind of player, ever again. But whoever gets him is going to be supercharged, and they're going to get an opportunity to, taste champagne, and that's what you want. That's what he wants, and you could tell how he plays. You could tell how Milwaukee's playing. They have no identity. They have no will. They have no and no pizzazz. Like we're talking about Bobby Portis getting 20 points, and this is the Milwaukee Bucks, right? So, it's just it's a different time, and the Bucks have a clock on their hand, and they're gonna figure it out. If not, like I said, they have the leverage. They could probably wait it out and get more draft picks, and they will. But I don't see Giannis conforming to that and be like, hey, I put all this out there, and then here I go playing for these guys. I'm not playing for nothing.
Mm.
That's if he's a man of his word. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be crazy because you know how social is gonna be the next couple of days with these rumors and reports, and Shams heard this and this guy heard that, and it could be a done deal, and all that kind of stuff. But for Milwaukee, man, I think it makes it easier for Giannis to leave because he got them a championship. It's not like he don't feel like, damn, they drafted me, they showed me love, they brought me into their home, and I didn't get it done. But I did get it done. So if I decide to leave or want out, I think the franchise would be like, you know what? You got us that championship. You're a multiple-time All-Star MVP. You brought the Bucks basketball back to prominence. We're gonna do everything we can to accommodate you of where you want to go. But thing is like, all right, so who would need Giannis right now if you're in that playoff contention, championship contention? Who's going to benefit the most from all the teams we hear? Who's going to benefit the most if they pull the trigger to get Giannis?
Everyone?
No, not everyone, bro. Not everyone.
Like the championship prominence.
You talking about if Giannis landed on any team in the NBA, they're not going to the chip?
I'm talking about playoff contenders that are willing to knock on the door and trade some young cats, some draft capital, not borrow him for 5 months and then he'll be out. Like, what team can not
the Cleveland Cavaliers,
the Cavs? Okay.
The Toronto Raptors.
There's a rumor that they want Sabonis, so we'll see how that goes.
The Miami Heat.
Miami's
I like him as Atlanta. I don't think Detroit can get him. I don't think Boston can get him. I don't think the Knicks can get him. Yes, again, that's out there. I'm talking about teams that I can see a championship contender in the East. Toronto, Cleveland. I mean, to get him on Philly would be crazy, but I don't think that could happen. Miami, and then as a wild card, Atlanta, because everything else is either Orlando, Chicago, Charlotte. Then it's
only
Milwaukee,
3 teams. There's only 3 teams. There's only 3 teams you can go to.
And then if you look at the West, San Antonio, it'd be a great fit.
But they want to trade a lot of the young guys, and they don't want to do that.
Yeah, and I hear you. And then maybe again, I don't like them on. I mean, I'm not a Warrior fan, so I'm not gonna. Maybe the Rockets or maybe the Suns. But I think like Denny said, it's a 3-team situation. I mean, I don't want to go too crazy.
It's where he fits best too. It's where he fits best too right now, and when they plug him in, because he's going to be ready. Mm-hmm. He's going to be ready in March.
He has to be around shooters, though. He has to be around shooters. He has to be around shooters. He's in the box, in the mid range. He's not a consistent 3-point shooter. He's not a consistent outside shooter. He's going to draw double teams. So like looking at teams like like a Toronto, something like that, that can have the wings, we can stretch the floor.
I mean, when Giannis went to the chip, did he have shooters or did they make shots?
I mean, you got to be the shooter to make shots.
I mean, you know what I mean, Joe? Were there shooters on that team, or did they just? Okay, let me rephrase.
Let me read off the roster.
So Chris Middleton just not a shooter?
Let me rephrase. One shooter.
Rephrase. Chris Middleton is not a shooter.
One shooter, Chris Middleton.
Go pick him up from the police station. Get him right now with that alarm. Go ahead with that siren. Pick his ass up with that nonsense.
One shooter, right? But Brook Lopez is not a shooter. He makes shots. Bobby Portis is not a shooter. He makes shots. But at the same time, you said he needs shooters. I don't think he needs shooters. I think he needs guys to just make shots. You don't need to have shooters like your Chris Middleton. He's a shooter, 1,000%. But I think Giannis can create points just by him being on the court.
I feel you, but at times he crowds the paint. He crowds in, right? He makes the floor smaller. So what I'm saying to you, when you're concentrating on him, half the court is shut down. Like you said, can they make shots? I agree with you. but you gotta have a playmaker too to score too, because he's gonna control the whole paint, right? And at the same time, you gotta either commit. Either it's going to be a lob, is either going to be a drop down, is either going to be a score bucket,
Mm.
and that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying you're right. I prefer a little more space in the middle because he occupies a lot of space and focus down in the paint.
Also, too, you forget about his defense and his rebounding.
Mm.
So it's not just like, we're talking about the guy who's just going to be on the offensive end giving you points. He's going to be doing a lot of other things on the court that's going to bring you a championship.
Before we move on, I'm looking at that 2021 roster. All the shooters he might have had. I don't know if they ended the season with the Bucks, but they gave me the entire roster. They had DiVincenzo. They had DJ Augustine. I don't know if he lasted to the Pat Connaughton. Drew Holiday can make a few shots. That Brook.
Are you talking about shots off the kick out from Giannis? You feel me? It's not like those names. Don't get me wrong. Devo, nice. All these guys is nice. But we talking about guys. Can these guys create off the dribble on their own like that?
Randy, continue.
I think Dante could. Brook Lopez a shooter, but he can't create his own. Middleton can create his own shot. Shooter Bob Portis. Jeff Teague was on that roster. So and PJ Tucker, but he's you need to set up for him in the corners.
Yeah. Okay. Like I
said,
shot
makers, they're not shot makers. They're not coming down. They're not Steph.
No.
They're not Bradley Beal. They're not Booker.
No.
They're not. These are those I'm talking about when I talk about shooters. Those are shooters. Those are shooters.
I think those. Okay. I think my version of shooters is different than yours. How about that? I'm gonna say that.
That's fair. I'm just trying to clarify what I think is a shooter versus a guy who can make shots and is just consistent with their shot.
Bradley Beal's a scorer for me.
That's fair too.
Not a shooter.
That's fair too.
You feel me?
That's fair too.
That's a difference with Bradley Beal for me. Like he's a scorer.
He's
a multiple. He can score on different levels. I'm talking about like the Connaughton. I'm talking about like right now the white boy they have on the team now. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I know you're talking about
Green, right?
Green. He can shoot.
Right. Those are shooters. That's what I mean.
He's a shooter.
They're specialists, but they're shooters, right? And they stretch the floor and they give Giannis an opportunity to drive because if they bite, which they do, you're going to get burned. Now, again, Bradley Beal is a better scorer, but I'm talking about and when that team that Randy mentioned, they have a lot of specialists and shooters and shot makers.
No, you're right. You're right.
And I think the next team he goes to, he would like to have that kind of setup.
No, you're right.
Go ahead,
Ren. Yeah, that was it. I'm looking at his numbers: 28, 10, and 6.
That's a down year.
Yeah, 1 block, 1 steal, 30 games.
And that's what I miss about him, Denny. Like this year, when I watched him play at the times he did play, that he just looked lackluster. Like I know he's offensively gifted. I just didn't see the blocks. I didn't see the energy. I didn't see the defensive style.
He's doing a lot. You know
what I mean? I didn't see that spark that I usually get for him. Just being a competitor, he wasn't even competing at that level. So like I think when this opportunity comes, he's gonna get a nice shot in the arm, and then you'll see, a resurged Giannis, because I think that's what we missed about his game is the energy and the liveliness he had when he played a game and the joy he has. So I think he's losing that right now in Milwaukee.
All right. Up next. That was nice, Phil. That was nice. Don't know. Matter of fact, if you're watching us on X and YouTube, thank you. We really appreciate it. You can follow the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. And go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. That makes this thing up on the screen. If you're still watching us, boom. Also on Instagram and TikTok at It's in the Game Pod. Again, youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Trying to get to 700 subscribers. Let's get that done some point in February. So, fellas, up next, there's a report out there that the Cavs might be open to re-signing LeBron, who is an unrestricted free agent this season to finish his NBA career. So, are you guys opposed to LeBron ending his career with the Cavaliers, probably a 1-year deal, do the world tour, do the official retirement thing, or do you think he should just stay with the Lakers?
Joe.
Listen, if it happens to resign with Cleveland, it'll be a story. It'll be a story fit moment. I honestly think that if LeBron doesn't want to play basketball or wants to like stop his career as a Laker, I think we could be all good with that. I think for me, as a fan of him for so long and appreciating his game, I'm at a point right now where I just want to enjoy what I know and what I've taken and what I've seen, as opposed to prolonging this situation. Even though he's having incredible numbers. I've seen this already before, Denny. I've seen this movie before. We already know that LeBron is starting to feel a little limited and starting to get his superpowers are starting to decrease, and you could tell that his game is at a decline. And when it gets to that moment, I start wanting to remember the players the way they were and how they were, and into the most closest moment. But the last couple of years have been tough to watch LeBron, because of what he's been able to do on the floor since he's 18 years old. But yeah, if it happens, it happens. I rather it happen in Cleveland, but like I said, I think LeBron's career is coming to an end, and I wanted to be on a high note as opposed to this farewell tour that we're watching greatness just deteriorate, hopefully at a slow pace.
Denny Blanco.
Yeah. Brian. Brother, just retire as a Lake. I mean, we don't need you going to the Cleveland Cavs to retire. No one needs that. Cleveland would love that for their pockets.
Yeah.
But you don't need the money. I know you don't need the money. So, no one benefits from going to Cleveland if you're LeBron, other than Cleveland fans and the Cleveland economy. But other than that, yes, that's right. Press that button. Come and pick up your band, LeBron. He gonna retire in LA. But I mean, to be honest, if you really want to think about some things, I mean, LeBron may have to have his jersey retired in a couple of places if you really want to sit back and think about it. I mean, obviously we know it's going to be retired in Cleveland.
Yeah,
and we know it's going to be
Miami?
retired in Miami.
Even with all the hostility?
The Lakers, I mean, pre-LeBron, how much was the Lakers? And then after LeBron, how much was the Lakers?
So you're saying LeBron gets his jersey retired, obviously with Cleveland, Miami,
and he's saying a Lakers? Wow. I don't know about that one, kid.
It's gonna be very interesting when that suggestion happens. Because
nobody has more than two, right? Nobody has more than two. Shaq is Orlando and LA, and I'm pretty sure someone else has a two. But nobody has three teams.
Yeah. Another record broken.
The Lakers one might be a little, I don't know. If you ask Lakers Nation, the majority would say nah.
He brought a chip, didn't he?
But they're gonna say it's the bubble. So
whatever you want.
You gotta be prepared for that. Yo, it's a bubble chip. You know what I'm saying? Like
still a banner. Whatever you want.
Right.
Still a banner.
Got a chip banner. Got a NBA Cup. But it's like, do Laker fans really feel like LeBron should have his jersey retired as a Laker? I'll give you Miami and Cavs for sure.
We'll see. We shall see.
So ever since LeBron joined the Lakers in 2018-2019 season, their overall record is 265 over 182. Right? Regular season and one championship. You feel that's a banner? You feel that's a jersey retirement?
No, I think you add the effect of, like I said, that, and then you add the value of the team pre-LeBron, after LeBron.
Would you want a jersey or a statue?
No, just a jersey, no statue. That's for Kobe and Shaq and Magic and Kareem.
Well,
He don't get no statue.
I don't think he's gonna get a jersey with hanging up in the Lakers. He's gonna be a Cleveland Cavalier and a Miami Heat for sure.
You're
And
gonna
if
get
he
a
does the
statue in
Cleveland
Cleveland.
run, if he's
Get a
gonna do the
statue in
Cleveland run
Cleveland.
again, he's definitely gonna get a statue and his jersey.
He should get
Miami's
that
gonna get a jersey.
regardless. He should get that
Right.
regardless in Cleveland.
Right.
It's not even it's a
Miami,
no-brainer in
Miami,
Cleveland.
Miami, he got his jersey. I don't know what else to do more than that because
No, Miami's jersey.
that's actually that's Wade County.
Yeah, that's a jersey.
County,
That's
right?
that's
Wade.
Wade got a statue in Miami. He good money.
No,
Yeah.
no statue in Miami.
No needed. We already know what it is. We already know what it is. What are you doing?
What you got?
No,
What back to back championship?
What do you
Finals MVP?
What are we?
Four-time league MVP that season? And what happened?
You can't get a statue in Miami.
No, we already got one in Miami.
Yeah,
No,
you
we
can add one more. Like
no, we don't. We don't need one.
Staples got Shaq, Kareem, Kobe, Chick Hearn. You got space.
I know that's Lakers though. This is Miami. It's only one county. Wade County, baby.
I know it's Wade County.
Wade County. But mind you, where was LeBron before Miami?
With the Cavs.
Oh, and then where did he go down to play? And with who?
D-Wade and the Heat.
All right, just maybe.
And who won 2 Finals MVPs in those championship runs with the Heat?
LeBron James. He came down and did what he's supposed to do. Now he did what's supposed to do. He joined his AAU teammate, huh? He joined his college teammate. It was college. Miami was college. It was just me, college.
Yeah, my 4 years.
Copy that. Copy that, huh? My 4
Denny.
years and I win a chip, and now you want a trophy. Now you want, a statue in Miami. Easy, Playboy. You got one in Cleveland. Relax.
So are you saying my fault? Are you saying he doesn't deserve it because he went down there to win a championship, or the fact that he was only there for 4 years?
It's not a matter of deserve. LeBron is accomplished. It's not a matter of deserve. I'm just saying we have a statue. You can get your get your banner, and obviously your jersey. You can even get the Miami Ring of Honor. You can even get that too. A lot of
people complain about the statue. It don't look like D-Wade.
So can I? Yeah, that's true. But
That's
can I
fair.
tell you? Can I tell you why he should get a statue? Just in terms of stats. Ever since LeBron was from Miami, his overall record in the regular season is 215 wins and 79 losses. Overall, with the playoffs and everything, 274 wins and 93 losses. Overall record for LeBron as a Miami Heat. So, I think he'll get a statue, and I think he'll get his jersey. I'm gonna talk about it because I mean, listen, that's Wade County, but the last 2 years of Wade County, the wheels are falling off a little bit. Remember, LeBron didn't want to come back that last year because he thought the man was running out of gas. Right or wrong?
Dirk got him one.
Did them dirty. But I'm just saying, right? Right or wrong? The last couple
You're
of years
absolutely correct.
Right? Chris Bosh got injured.
Correct.
Remember, Chris Bosh had the heart, situation. So I'm just putting, like you said, you put all those things together. I think he has a better case for the statue and all that stuff with Miami and definitely Cleveland. But the Lakers, I don't think he'll get that. I don't think he'll get even the jersey hung up.
I feel you.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. But we know his jersey. We be retired in Cavs and in Miami. All right, next up, as we go along, don't know if you guys heard. Was LeBron had Halliburton on the Mind the Game podcast, and many people were talking about this one area where I'll let you guys hear in a second, but basically LeBron said it's harder to play 82 game season today than 82 games in the 1980s or 1990s. But I'm gonna let you guys hear just like majority of what he said. So here we go. Ooh. Oh, duh. My bad.
All good, super producer Randy J. We here. We live.
I got you.
Denny Blanco.
Hold
Joe
on.
Cruz.
Do you hear it?
No, we don't hear it, but that's all right. We don't hear it right now. It's very low.
Okay, hold on. Do you hear it? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, because I had it on the Bluetooth and
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we could paraphrase, if you will, and just take the concept. Okay.
Nothing yet.
No.
We hear it, but it's very low. Sorry.
He said, "Super producer Randy J. Cruz, we getting it. We getting it. This is live. It's in the game podcast. Doing it like we doing it."
All right, so you guys don't hear it.
All right, yeah, no. But Joe, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first on this one?
You go first on this one, champ.
Understand this: 80s and 90s basketball. Let me just double back. Okay, Randy, you got okay.
You know, at some point, like you said, it'd be a conversation that'd be brought up again, and hopefully we can kind of figure it out and get to a better place about it. Because the game is different. Like I want people to understand and our fans to understand that playing 82 games in the 80s and 90s is not the same as playing 82 games in the 2020s. It's just not. The way we play, the level of pace, the level of the speed that we're playing at, it's a different game now. It's a totally different game. And, it's a lot of soft tissue injuries that's happened now because of it. I hope we can get a handle on that as well, because that's big in our game. I think when I first came into to the league, Reese, like some of the biggest concerns of injuries was like, a high ankle sprain. You was afraid to step on somebody's ankle because there was 4 or 5 guys sitting in the paint. So, guys with athleticism, myself, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, to name a couple guys, sometimes you're afraid to take off into the lane because there was 4 or 5 guys sitting in the paint. And if you land on somebody's ankle, you get a high ankle sprain, you out 4 to 6 weeks. Now that's not really much of you don't really see that as much now because the game is so spread open, there's so much pace. But now you see the new high ankle sprain is the calf.
Right.
So, hopefully we can get a handle on that from a medical standpoint. But it's just a game. I just want the fans to understand that the game is a little different. And, as NBA players, we're definitely want to be out there.
There you go. What do you think?
Thank you, super producer Randy J. Cruz. First and foremost, that's exactly what I was going to get to. The 90s, 80s, you got everybody touching the paint, feet in the paint. You're not running people off the three-point line. You had probably one guy, if that. You had one guy, if that you would run off a line. Now you have 5 guys that you have to run off the line. That's a lot more running. That's a lot more cutting. That's a lot more wear and tear. So, of course, you're going to have way more, I think, lower extremity injuries than you do in the 80s and 90s. And, yes, you got centers now taking threes. So, of course, you're not going to have the same injuries than you had back then that you are, with the game and the pace now. It's shout out to Mike D'Antoni. Change the pace of the NBA with the run and gun Phoenix Suns. And everybody looked around, was like, we want to play two. We want to play two. And now look, years later, people are still like, obviously you still have these certain teams that have pace, but still want to get back to the bigs with the Houstons and your Denvers, and of course, OKC. Some, they have pace, but they still have, traditional bigs. So it's going to be interesting to see what this game looks like in the next couple of years. But it is different, 1,000%. Joe.
Yeah. Denny, you hit it right on the head. Definitely LeBron is correct on this, and some people might battle us because we're not giving the 80s and 90s any credit. We actually were born in the 80s and 90s, so we had an idea how the game was, and the game was definitely different than what it's played now. It is definitely a faster pace. There's a lot of cutting. There's a lot of jabbing. There's a lot of, like you said, lower extremities that are being right now being tested to its highest limit. 1, you got to keep up with the pace. 2, there's a lot of 3-point shots going up and down this basketball court. So to be athletic enough to close out, to get your shot off, to pump fake, to a lot of different things that were not done in the 80s and 90s. I'm not saying the game has changed, just the pace, the way that the foundation of basketball was more from from the block and getting your possessions from the block, and letting your big man or somebody down low like a Tim Duncan or David Robinson control the paint, and then everybody else will eat. Right now, it's mostly a guard game and a very fast paced European game where we're we're catching up to the times right now in terms of the pace of the game, the way the game's played, all these screens, all this shooting that the ability these kids these athletes have to shoot from nearly half court. They're a threat now than back in the 80s and 90s. And back in those days, you had sharpshooters and people that were just anomalies. Now you have a lot of different talent and different kind of players taking their game not only from the box but also all the way up to 30 feet and beyond. So definitely agree with you. Definitely agree with LeBron. It was definitely some good insight of how he saw the game in terms of how he played it, and he's played it in a couple decades, so he could definitely attest to what the difference is in terms of the pace of the game nowadays.
Right now, you have probably I'm going to say 5 traditional, possibly bigs in the NBA.
Right now, traditional bigs. Now, when you say traditional, I mean like that they don't shoot threes. Those kind of
they don't shoot threes. They don't shoot mid range. They're back to the basket. Give me some here. Now you probably just got 5. Back in the 80s and 90s, you had multiple. You had Kevin Garnett. You had your Duncans. You had your I mean, I'm drawing a blank here, but the Robinson, Duncan, Weber. You had a bunch of guys that
Vlade Divac.
Straight to the Lonzo, straight to the Sabonis, straight to the post. We're not playing no games. We're taking our time. Now, can you name the 5 that I'm thinking about right now in the NBA? Traditional bigs, because right now you got all guards. The other night, the Knicks had 5 guards out there. OG Anunoby played center. Go ahead.
Try Mitchell Robinson, Valanciunas,
2,
Clint Capella,
3,
Steven Adams,
4,
Hartenstein.
You could put Joker in there. 5. Hartenstein, 6.
Threes, brother.
Joker shoot threes.
No, he shoots threes. He shoots threes, but he gets his game is predicated at the post. His game is predicated at the post.
Do not
disrespect. His game is predicated at the post.
Do not disrespect, okay?
Joker. You talk about people who just stay in that box area.
All right, let's stay with that.
Okay.
Let's stay with
Andre Drummond.
Drummond.
Those are the kind of guys you try to don't disrespect don't disrespect the Joker.
No, I'm not.
Don't you ever say my man don't shoot threes. My man's a walking trip dub.
I didn't say anything about his game. I just said
you better watch your mouth.
I didn't say anything.
Okay?
Oh, your boy too.
I didn't say anything about Joker. All I said was
no, Denny.
I'm giving you all the bigs that you just. I give you all the bigs that really that don't have the ability you said. I'm giving you 1 and 5.
I said traditional big doesn't mean he's a bad. I didn't say he doesn't have the offensive game. Yeah. Okay, let's slow it down for a minute. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. Give me a big right now that's a starter that's dominating right now in the NBA. That's a traditional back to the basket big.
Center.
There you go. It's probably only like I said,
Embiid
and Zubac. And
would you count Sengun?
And Sengun.
Oh, Sengun.
3?
Go with it, man.
3.
But Embiid shoots threes too, so.
But that's my point. My point is Embiid and Joker traditionally.
Donovan Clingan from Portland is a traditional big.
He is a traditional big.
Giannis too. He don't shoot threes, so.
Giannis is traditionally plays downhill. He's coming downhill. He'll post, but that's not his
Big
game.
Vooch. Maybe Big Vooch.
Vucevic from Chicago? Yes.
Right.
Vucevic from Chicago? Yes. Traditional big.
Right.
Traditional big. Okay. So yeah, there's only under 7.
Gobert.
7.
Your boy Gobert.
Oh boy.
Oh, your other boy, DeAndre Ayton.
Oh boy. I take DeAndre Ayton.
Dominating.
He got better this year. He's got better this year.
I take Zubac before I take Ayton, but that's whatever.
That's true.
I would too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. Last week you kind of disrespected me when I brought his name up. But
well,
anyway,
Ivan, right? Ivan Zubac. Is that his name?
Yeah. I know him as Ivan. What do you know him as?
Yeah, Ivan.
What do you know him as? Okay, because last week you're like, oh my God, Ivan Zubac, you bring us the All-Star selection? Yeah,
I didn't say he was an All-Star. I just said he was good.
I mean, listen, that's a perfect segue because I had a real quick perfect segue that the Clippers are 16-3 in the last 19 games. Don't know. Let's get LeBron out here. Hold up. All right, boom. So if you guys can see it real quick. So they've been beating some playoff teams. They only lost to Boston, New York, and Chicago, but they beat Houston, Portland, Detroit, Sacramento, Utah, Golden State, Brooklyn, Detroit, Charlotte, Washington, Toronto, Washington, Lakers, and Brooklyn. I know that might sound like a little gimmies, but still, from how they started to where they at now, 16-3, you got two potential All-Stars in Harden and Kawhi Leonard, or getting 27-28 a game. They're trying to make some footing in the Western Conference. I just want to put out there their recent record of 16-3 the last 19 games.
Joe, you want to go first, or should I?
You go. This is up your alley, baby. Go ahead.
Well, listen. They activated Kawhi Leonard. God bless. You know, how long? When did the season start? The season started in October. It was October, right? October.
Yeah.
It seemed well, they stunk for a couple months, huh? You know, you know what's interesting also too about the turnaround. You know, it kind of coincides, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's in the Game podcast. Randy J. Cruz, Joe Cruz, Denny Blanco, CP3. Subtraction.
Oh, addition by subtraction.
Oh, they talk to me now. I said, you want to talk to me now. Addition. And I want to just give me a second to just go through this real quick. Let me just slow walk this real quick, okay? Some teams, you look back and look at the talent, you're like, why didn't that work? Chemistry, ego, all the above. You'd be surprised when you see a team, you're like, they have so much talent, but they just didn't work. They just couldn't win. Why? Coach didn't like this person. This person didn't like the coach. This person didn't like the player. This person didn't like how the player talked to them. This person didn't like how the player talked to them, and he talked to him like he was a little kid. All these things go into play with a team. So when I see the Clippers turn the page with CP3, and then I see that, I said, okay.
So I'm just gonna say this real quick. Can we look at the December 23rd record?
The who?
Can you look at the Clippers record on December 23rd?
On the 23rd, they were 8-21.
Just real quick. This is the Clippers that you're saying you want two All-Stars from, right? Now I'm not saying I'm not saying you're not right.
They took the first couple months off.
I don't know what it was, right? You could say Chris Paul, you could say whatever, but to tell us that December 23rd you're gonna have 8 wins, and like you're in a conversation with the Wizards and the Pacers, like this ain't the Clippers, right? But I'm agree with you for what you said last week. I think Kawhi Leonard is activated. He's an All-Star this year. I will definitely tell you that. I know last week we went back and forth on the Kawhi Leonard. I'm gonna meet you there. He's definitely activated. He's definitely back in his Toronto bag, and he's definitely playing a lot of minutes. And just like Joel Embiid is playing a lot of back-to-back minutes, it's really good to see these guys healthy and playing these minutes. I know these are two players that have this monarch of being like, time management or pain management. But Denny, you were right on last week. He definitely Kawhi Leonard is an All-Star. Some could consider James Harden, but I think their record's going to dictate how many they get. But just looking at that record when they first started was horrendous. To where they're at now to salvage their season so far is a testament to Tyronn Lue and to getting these old guys activated and really playing some basketball, because when they really play and they get down to it, they're really talented. But on top of that top of that record, their schedule was very favorable, and they were able to capitalize on a lot of games that were winnable games, and that's what it is in NBA. You just got to get wins, right? So, we'll see how it goes. But Leonard definitely an All-Star. and I look forward to seeing him in San Francisco.
You gotta get wins. You gotta play who's in front of you. Shout out to Jeff Van Gundy.
Big
Yeah.
facts.
We got a final with the Knicks, 119-92 over
Yes,
Toronto. Some big numbers I'm seeing here. OG 26, Josh Hart 22, Karl Towns 8 points but 22 rebounds. Mikal Bridges with 30, and
Wow.
Brunson with 13.
And you
All
want to trade my son?
Nah,
Ooh.
listen, man.
Michael got a hard job, man. I'm telling you, he guards the
Yeah,
best
offensively
players
and defensively, him and OG are like, it just, they're playing 30 plus, 35 plus, and they're working hard on both sides of the ball. So you got to be in fucking tip top condition to even be doing all that, bro. It's crazy.
Dennis, you know the Knicks are clicking when Cat had 8 points. You know they were clicking, right?
I'll take 22 boards.
And Randy didn't say the Brunson Burners stats. We didn't even know how much he had.
I think he had 11. No, I'm bugging. Hold up. Go back.
Come on now.
No, sorry, 13. He had 13.
And they started down 9-0, and, right? And then they won by double figures. And I'm over here saying the Raptors are a good team, right? Look how the NBA is, right?
On 5 days off.
On
5 days off.
And they had McBride out, and they had Mitchell Robinson out today. And look at that.
That didn't make no sense, Toronto.
Yeah, that's bad work, Toronto.
All right, real quick as we wrap this up. We have the Rising Stars rosters revealed for All-Star Weekend. I think Carmelo's a coach, captain. Vince and I think T-Mac. So I think the team with Cooper Flag, I think Melo has the rookies. I don't know who has the sophomores and G League. I don't know the G League guys except for Ron Harper Jr. But we got Edgecombe in there. We got Igor Demon, Con Canupo, Trey Johnson, Dylan Harper, Cooper Flag, Derek Queen. That's pretty much all on Carmelo's team. I think Vince has the sophomores of Castle, Ware, Cam Spencer, Reed Shepard, Starr from Washington, Buzelis from Chicago. So they're doing this on, I believe, Friday. Also, Keyshawn George from Washington. They're doing this Friday before All-Star Weekend. So just little tidbits of what's going on. I do know Mac McClung is not doing the slam dunk contest again. He's out. He's like, yo, I won 3 in a row. I'm Gucci. So now we have.
You hear that, Dennis? 3 in a row. He won that. He won 3 in a row. Wow. Yeah. This is where the NBA's at. This guy didn't even play the NBA minutes. And every time he's in a dunk contest, he gets a contract. And it's like for 20 days, and it's over after that. Like, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. That is like
I don't
get it. About the 80s and 90s, they weren't about the pace. They were about the dunk contest. The dunk contest was the biggest event in the whole season for back in those days.
You'd be surprised how many dunks happen in the league right now.
I don't even know who's dunking this year, bro.
Okay, so are you saying it's a bad thing that he's not involved, or
scrap the whole thing, man?
Are you saying scrap?
Yeah, scrap the whole thing, man. Scrap the whole thing. Yeah, these guys ain't taking it seriously. They don't want it anymore. And obviously, you win 3 times. I don't think you should. He's proven who he is. You don't need to do it for the 4th time. Y'all can't find nobody. Y'all can't find nobody new to compete in this shit. Scrap it. Get rid of it. Please.
No disrespect to Mac
all.
McClung.
No, so you want to scrap the entire dunk contest?
If you're not going to bring no names that we've never seen before, excite us with dunks that we've never seen from online with the online tool, don't even bother. You might as well just open it up to online guys, do a ranking, get the 10 best guys from all over the world, bring them in, and say, we're going to crown you the best dunker for basketball. I mean, call it what it is. Don't give it to the NBA players. The NBA players is like, we're NBA players. We don't want to show off. So give it to people that want to show off.
I'm asking because I'm pretty sure that I think it was Edgecombe. I think he said something to the degree like I might fuck with it, something in that positive, because we know VJ can get up there. So if you're gonna give me a guy, a rookie, bro, we're not gonna get Ja and Zion and fucking Zach LaVine and Aaron. They're not doing no more. No, the only guys that are gonna do this are 1 year, 2 year, 3 year guys. After that, it's over. Like I saw maybe a Shaden Sharp might do it. Cool. Like giving some people that are gonna actually do some dope shit. Don't give me Jaylen Brown doing a fucking cartwheel and jumping over Kai Cenat. Like that's you're 6'9" already. That's nothing. But what McClung did in the 3 years that he won was he brought out some fire shit that nobody was doing. So I'm like, oh, if you can't compete with this guy from the G League, and you can't get guys within your own league to compete, or just want to really take off All-Star Weekend, I get it, but that has really diminished the real significance of what the All-Star Weekend was all about. Having the best players in a dunk contest, 3-point shootout, skills, not just G League and 1 year, 2 year, 3 year guys. The top guys aren't doing it. It's sad because we've been there through the heyday of what the All-Star Weekend was all about. Now it's partners and sponsors and this and that, and everyone wants to chill, and I get it, but who's gonna watch? And plus they're on NBC. I think All-Stars on NBC, so they want some big names to really be active and be a part of it. But if they don't get it, then what
and you're 2 weeks out from All-Star game, you have nobody in the dunk contest that we know about, or anybody that's officially announced their entry into the slam dunk contest. And we're 2 weeks away, maybe 3 weeks away from the All-Star game. But every other roster's out, but the slam dunk contest.
I mean, there's no 3-point people.
Okay, but we know 3-point is going to be a highlight because that's what the game is right now. But again, no disrespect to Matt McClung. Listen, to be in the NBA, it's hard, right? And to compete and to be a 3-time champion. Listen, I'm not gonna take away from him, but I grew up on a time where the dunk contests were a show, was a concert, was must-see TV. And if anybody can tell me if they ran to the TV the last 3 years to go watch Matt McClung win the slam dunk contest, let me know. I remember '88 when Jordan, jumped from the foul line. I remember the Dominique Wars. I remember Sean Kemp trying to win this in 4 years in a row when he had one of the best dunks in all time. I come from that era. So again, like Dennis said, if it's not going to be the way it is, just scrap it.
I hear you.
Keep it pushing, please. Save us all the embarrassment, please. Jesus effing Christ!
I was trying to be PC, Denny. Damn. Okay.
Nah, too late. It's crazy.
I hear you.
Last thing before we get out of here, there are a couple of things I'm going to say for next week. Obviously, the Super Bowl coming up. I want to have more time to talk about those things. Obviously, the Bill Belichick of it all. I'm gonna save that for the football joint next Wednesday or Thursday. But on a happy note, Chicago
Denny,
Bulls.
you're right. Seattle Seahawks. You was right. But anyway, get ready. Sorry, Chicago Bulls. My bad.
Chicago Bulls retired Derrick Rose's #1 jersey. It's now officially in the rafters.
Well deserved.
So, former MVP, multiple time All-Star. We know the injuries caught up to him and pretty much derailed what could have been a major what if D Rose was fully healthy his entire career. But definitely an all-time great, one of a kind, and a very well-deserved jersey retirement in Chicago, because not a lot of jerseys are up in the rafters in Chicago. You might think, oh, they probably got like 10, 20. No, it's like 5. And it's like the D Rose, Sloan, Bob Love, Jordan, and Pippen. That is it in Chicago.
I think they're disrespecting Rodman big time.
I think Rodman should be there. Phil Jackson should be up there. Surprise
big
Phil.
Time. This is a lot of disrespect going on over there.
Aside from that, I don't know if you talk about like Ron Harper, Steve Kerr, those kind of people maybe, but at least Rodman gotta got to go up there. But it's not about Rodman now; it's about D Rose. So congrats to D Rose on that. What do you guys think?
Denny, listen, brought Chicago back from its down years. One of the most dynamic guards you ever seen. Probably one of the first, probably the most modern guard to really push the pace and really, be like the new Maxi. Well, the Maxi now we see, D Rose is doing that at a high level at a high clip with incredible athleticism and he came at you with vengeance and played for the right coach, played for the right team, played with the right guys. It was great to see Ben Gordon and Joakim Noah and Tom Thibodeau out there to really bring him in to have his jersey retired. And like Randy said, well deserved. He's a class act. He's been through a lot. If you want to see a guy's career equal being perseverance, it's Derrick Rose. From a guy that went from full speed to not having a jump shot to tearing his ACLs to multiple injuries to becoming a shooter to becoming a locker room guy. And I mean, listen, a guy like that can have an ego, and Derrick Rose didn't have one. And he let his game dictate to himself, and his name definitely deserves to be in the Raptors. And what it could have been if he didn't get hurt, you will probably talk about one of the best guards we've ever seen. The youngest MVP ever. His career got derailed with injuries, and then it reminds me, Dennis, of Brandon Roy. One of those stories that what could have been, and Derrick Rose is blessed, and I'm glad that he had his flowers, and definitely at Chicago.
Derrick Rose, and obviously I like to play these games. Derrick Rose is one of two of the most athletic point guards the NBA has ever seen. Mm-hmm. He is one of two. You know who the other one is?
Westbrook.
Bingo. Two of the best. I mean, obviously we're talking about Derrick Rose now, but just you will never. I don't think you will ever see it. Every time I say we'll never see something, we'll see it again. We see it again somehow, in some way. But I'll say it. So we'll never see anything like Derrick Rose again. Maybe we will. But to be 6'3",
mm-hmm.
what you really need to do, if you really want to be serious about understanding how bad Derrick Rose was, when I say bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good,
mm-hmm.
go pull up his highlight tape on YouTube. Lord, have mercy on those children playing against that grown man. Those babies, those little small babies getting dunked on mercilessly. You see him go by with a crossover. Your knees get torn ACLs, ankles, and then he rises up, puts the ball behind his back. He's still in the air now. He's floating, and he dunks it over your center.
Oh
yeah,
you did go look at the tape, man. So I applaud Derrick Rose being hometown hero, born and raised. So I'm happy to see him. He is Chicago. God bless him and the Rose family.
Yeah, man, a great career for what it was, and injury derailed him. Joe mentioned B. Roy, T Mac, Grant Hill, like those guys. I know I'm forgetting somebody else, but like those guys, if they had complete health the whole time, we're talking like Hall of Famers, just about potential champions.
That top 10 scoring list look different.
Top 10 scoring list could be different. Obviously, definitely with T Mac, Grant Hill. Stuff like that, but just want to shout out D Rose for the jersey retirement. I think John Wall is getting his soon in Washington. I don't know if it's February or March. So John Wall is the next one to get his joint up in the Raptors. I don't know who's up in Washington, but I think talk about that guy and what he did for the franchise, and we'll see that go coming up next couple of months, but. That's pretty much it. I'm not forgetting. I'm leaving football for next week. Real Super Bowl heavy. We'll get into that. But I thought today was dope. And I want to thank you both for coming on. Sir Denny Blanco on all social media platforms. At Sir Denny Blanco Joe Cruz, at J Cruz CEO, at Hoops in the Sun on IG and Twitter. Myself, Randy J Cruz, RENDY, the letter J CRUZ. You can find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. Most importantly, go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, rate, comment, like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys on the program. And follow us on Instagram and TikTok at It's in the Game Pod. You guys are fucking hilarious. For myself, Denny Blanco, Randy Cruz, Joe Cruz Jr. See you guys next week.
To the game, you heard?
God bless y'all. Peace.
Denny, real quick, look at the camera and I sign off. There you go. Just give me one